The first thing I noticed when I moved to America was just how positive Americans are.
This is an American car wash. Look at this. How fancy is that? Many countries you don't have all these lights and stuff, but American car wash, that.
We have heard the same old tune from the media thousands of times. America is a chaotic, unsafe place where people are distant. But why do millions of European tourists experience a reverse culture shock when they land here? The press has created a war, but in reality, America gives them daily privileges that make them no longer want to go back home? Today, we will uncover 10 crazy privileges that Europeans receive in the US. The first 9 privileges will amaze you with their convenience. But the 10th privilege at minute 22? It's not about food or technology, but something that directly liberates your mind and changes your destiny. Don't take your eyes off it.
I found the most American thing I could have ever seen in my life. One thing I learned about America is you do like to drink. That is a drive-thru. And that's what they sell. Are we in New York? Are we in Rhode Island? Are we in Washington, D.C.? No, we are in Maryland.
Have you all seen his bewildered expression? For someone new from Europe, that moment was nothing short of magic. Just think about it. In many ancient European cities, moving around is a true social act. Do you want to transfer money or pick up some medicine? You have to find an extremely tight parking spot. Get out of the car, carry the little one, stand in a long line in the cold, and then smile and greet the people around you. But in the US, the design thinking is completely different. Moving is a form of time cost, and society's task is to eliminate that cost. Drive-thru in the US doesn't stop at just buying a few burgers. It is a whole no-touch ecosystem. Let's put ourselves in the shoes of a new mother. Her child is sound asleep in the back seat, and it's pouring rain outside. Instead of spending 45 minutes fumbling with the seatbelt, holding an umbrella, and soothing the child to silence in order to go to the bank to deposit a check or get a dose of cold medicine, she just has to press the button to lower the car window, reach out, and done. That is how time economics operates in the US, eliminating all minor frictions so you can save up hours of leisure time each day.
European, like the US petrol stations, because they don't have to hold the pump. Just put it in and it does it itself. That's fantastic.
Babe, can you pump the gas for me?
Okay, where do you pay?
What do you mean pay?
I need to pay before I get the gas.
No, we pump the gas first and then we pay after in there.
But what if you steal the gas?
Why would you steal the gas? There are cameras everywhere.
So confused.
Oh, the gas station does everything by itself. All you have to do is stop the car. Many European tourists must have been very surprised by this, right? In Europe, the transportation system is designed based on strict control principles. You have to stop, go to the cashier, and bring your whole family just to pay for a few liters of gas. But in the US, the pay at the pump feature combined with the self-locking nozzle allows you to be completely hands-free. You stand sipping your coffee, the machine pumps automatically, and once done, you swipe your card and off you go. But that's not all. Traffic in the US is quite special too.
You can go.
Wait, what do you mean? It's on red.
Yeah, but you can turn right on red.
You sure?
Yes.
It's on red.
Yeah, just go.
Okay.
Nobody's coming.
All right.
You got this.
In America, you can go right on a red light. So the light can be red and it'll say no right on red if you can't do it. Some spots you can't. But predominantly, it's like a written rule that you can go and take a right turn when the light is red. Isn't that mental? So like in Ireland, that'd be like saying light is red, you can take the left.
Honestly, when you first watched the clip of turning right on a red light, didn't many of you hold your breath thinking the driver was about to get a ticket? In the US, there is a rule called turn right on red, allowed to turn right on red if safe, which is a psychological peak. American law grants you the power of self-determination and trust in your own self-discipline. If the left lane is completely devoid of cars, why force hundreds of people to start their engines and wait for a traffic light that indirectly causes congestion? That is the mindset of optimizing traffic flow. helping to dissipate the accumulated frustration every time you have to grip the steering wheel and hit the road.
I am at Buc-ee's right now, and I just am looking for an explanation of what the hype is. Like, this is hell. Everyone's like, you gotta go to Buc-ee's. This is like a Cracker Barrel and a gas station vomited all over each other and then made the ugliest clothes you've ever seen. I'm actually horrified because I think this is what Europeans and other people around the world think of when they think of American culture, like in a dystopian way. Like, no, it's real. And
no exaggeration, Buc-ee's is the Disneyland for drivers. For Europeans, gas stations are often just a small corner stop where they fill up a bit of gas, buy a pack of cigarettes or a chilled bottle of water, and then drive off immediately, because they are boring. But America has turned long road trips into a top-notch form of entertainment. A gas station as large as a stadium with over 100 pumps so you never have to wait in line. Step inside and you'll find a mouth-watering brisket sandwich fresh out of the oven, hundreds of souvenir jams, and restrooms so clean they hold a world record. When a transportation infrastructure knows how to pamper your senses to that extent, 8 to 10-hour trips are no longer a nightmare that drains your energy, but rather a true short vacation. Just hearing about this pampering makes you fall in love with it, right everyone? If you find these analytical perspectives interesting, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Your support is the motivation for me to continue delving into these incredibly fascinating cultural and economic stories. But take it easy. The convenience of infrastructure is just a gentle prelude. What will happen when this indulgence seeps into every corner of consumer culture and the way Americans spend money daily? Now, let's explore the brand deposit shopping privileges that shock and yet fascinate Europeans.
Thanks so much.
You're welcome.
Look at the shocked expression on this girl's face. For a European, the sight of drinks overflowing without being counted drop by drop is an extremely pleasant cultural shock.
oh my god, guys, it's Target. We're gonna go into Target for the first time ever. She's also gonna film it with her camera. Oh my god.
So you like shopping in America a lot better, honey? We've already got 3 items.
We're in America for the first time as Europeans, and they have every flavor. Look, they have big.
Why is there this difference? In many European countries, the service economy often operates under a scarcity mindset. That is, each input material is expensive, so people are forced to maximize profits on each product sold. If you drink another glass, you pay more. But in the US, the dominant mindset is abundance. Restaurant chains understand a simple economic equation very well. The cost of syrup and ice is actually much cheaper than the cost of bringing a customer back. By granting you the privilege of free refills, they are not just selling beverages, they are selling a feeling. The feeling of being welcomed, cared for, and never having to mentally calculate the bill while enjoying your meal. A very American experience that a French girl absolutely loves. She strolled around Target. It feels as exciting as being at Disneyland. What do you think she will do here? Not doing anything at all. Just wandering around and pretending like I need to buy something. She even said, if you're feeling down, just grab a cup of coffee and stroll around Target. Everything will be fine. Sounds funny, right? But this is 100% true. Many European tourists admit they are addicted to the feeling of strolling through supermarkets in the US. If you've ever been to a supermarket in Europe like Leclerc or Carrefour, the experience is often quite stressful. Narrow aisles, harsh fluorescent lighting, and checkout counters operating at lightning speed. Employees scan items rapidly, toss them aside, and look at you with an urging gaze. Hurry up for the next person, please. In contrast, retail chains in the US like Target or Costco are designed to turn shopping into a form of retail therapy. The aisles are vast, the background music is soothing, and the aroma of coffee wafts right at the entrance, and especially the cashier counter. The staff stood leisurely, tidying up items while cheerfully asking, "How are you today?" Carefully sorting dry goods from dry goods, vegetables from vegetables, and then gently asking if you need help carrying your items to the car. It's not just about shopping, it's a space that helps soothe your emotions after a long, tiring day.
Why is it so big? And what is that? This is crazy.
Did you want a sandwich?
Yeah, let's get a sandwich.
Is this one big enough for you?
Look at Paige and Maddie's salads.
Crazy work.
It's
like I'm feeding a family. Like what?
It's like the size of your head.
Yeah, it's just like a share bowl.
What's the verdict though?
Really good.
Good?
It's good, yeah.
People of Instagram, do you know why I have a 22-inch hot dog? It's because this is America.
You see, the exaggeration of food sizes in America is always a topic that leaves international tourists both amazed and excited. A 44-ounce or 64-ounce drink that feels heavy in your hand, a steak plate overflowing beyond the edge, or the experience of dipping hot fries into a cold milkshake. These all create a true sensory feast. From a consumer psychology perspective, these generous portions provide viewers with an implicit affirmation of abundance. You come here, you spend your money, and you receive an absolute fulfillment in return. No more feelings of hesitation, no fear of scarcity. Even though it can sometimes be a bit excessive, the feeling of being able to enjoy freely without restrictions is a significant mental liberation for those experiencing it for the first time. What do people think about this gigantic consumer culture in America? If it were you, would you choose to try the bottomless Sprite or go for a therapy depression trip to Target first? Don't forget to give a like and subscribe to the channel to motivate us to produce more quality content like this. However, the indulgence in material goods or food and drink is not the most astonishing thing. Imagine you step out of the supermarket and suddenly strangers on the street start giving you a psychological privilege that you rarely receive back home. What is it? Let's decode the strange warmth in American behavioral culture. Surely Europeans must be surprised when they hear these greetings, right? Can everyone feel the warmth radiating through their eyes? This is the moment when material comfort gives way to the beauty of human connection. In many parts of Europe, personal space is considered sacred. The act of suddenly greeting or smiling at a stranger is sometimes considered odd, even an invasion of privacy. But when you set foot in America, you will receive a very magical psychological privilege. You will never be considered invisible. The culture of small talk, those brief rippling conversations between strangers, is not merely a matter of social politeness. From a sociological perspective, it is a natural mechanism that helps bridge distances and alleviate loneliness in modern urban areas. A compliment on the shirt you're wearing, a bright smile from a passing driver, or a random blessing all create an emotional safety net, reminding you that, in this vast world, you are still seen and accepted. An Englishman shared that Americans have a confidence that we English will never have. Back home, if the restaurant brings the wrong dish, we would quietly eat half of it, then awkwardly apologize to the waiter for making them uncomfortable. They even lie and say, "Oh, the food is delicious, I'm just a bit full." But in America, if the food doesn't meet their expectations, they gently say, "I'm not satisfied, could you please replace it for me?" And the waiter will happily respond, "Of course. How can I assist you? Now that I'm here, I've also learned that confident habit." Hearing the story of the Englishman who accidentally ate the wrong dish and still apologized is both funny and endearing, isn't it, everyone? The mentality of being hesitant to cause trouble or feeling like they have to endure is a barrier that many Europeans face. However, the United States grants you a significant privilege, the freedom to respect your own needs. Here, the service industry is not based on benevolence, but on mutual respect for the agreement between both parties. You pay for a service, and you are completely entitled to receive the corresponding value in return. When you speak up to say that the steak is undercooked or the coffee is not to your liking, the server does not look at you with annoyance. They see it as an opportunity to improve their work. Thanks to that, Europeans living in America gradually shed their petty feelings of guilt, learning to express their desires straightforwardly, calmly, and confidently. It's not just a story about a restaurant, it's a lesson in self-respect in everyday life. An Australian tourist recounted, "We had just stepped into Waffle House, completely bewildered as it was our first time visiting the place. Then the server brought out the food and said, 'The family at the table over there has paid for both of you,' and they sent a message. 'Welcome to America.' Then the waiter brought out the food and said, The family at that table over there has paid for both of you, and they send their regards. Welcome to America. We were stunned because we hadn't even talked or greeted them at all. We were stunned because we hadn't even talked or greeted them at all. Back in Australia, this would never happen if it weren't for the TikTok camera lens. Americans are truly the most wonderful strangers. Honestly, every time I watch this moment again, I still feel a bit teary-eyed, everyone. A small act, but the emotional impact is incredibly profound. The culture of paying it forward, quietly paying for a meal or a cup of coffee for the person behind you, is a unique aspect of American hospitality. That American family didn't pay to receive thanks. They even left before the two girls could realize. They did it simply because they wanted to spread warmth and give the distant guests the most sincere welcome. The privilege of receiving random kindness from complete strangers completely shatters all cold prejudices about America. It instills in every traveler a warm belief that, no matter where you are, unconditional kindness always exists and is present around us. If these warm stories have just touched your heart, please give the video a like and subscribe to the channel to help our community spread even more positive energy. We have together experienced 9 wonderful privileges, from the convenience of infrastructure to the warmth of people. But as I promised at the beginning of the video, the final privilege, privilege number 10, is the biggest explosion. It is not in the external physical world, but it directly touches the structure of thought, liberates potential, and permanently changes the destiny of those who set foot here. What miracle at the last minute made the Europeans admit they were afraid to go back home? Keep the screen on. Let's find out right now. We have gone through 9 wonderful privileges together, from bottomless refill cups, a drive-through ecosystem without touching the ground, to the warmth of small talk greetings on the street. On the surface, these are wonderful material and social conveniences that make the daily lives of Europeans much easier. However, if we only stop at delicious food, large drinks, or modern gas stations, America would still just be an interesting tourist destination. What truly keeps them there, the thing that creates a reverse psychological shock, causing most European tourists and immigrants to admit that they feel scared to pack their bags and return home, is privilege. Number 10. This privilege is not found in supermarkets, nor in transportation infrastructure, but rather within the very structure of your mindset and spirit. It is the thing that directly liberates potential, heals hidden wounds, and completely reshapes the destiny of those who dare to step here. An English businesswoman shared, "I just drove past the Hollywood sign at sunset, beautiful, and I suddenly realized that I never want to leave here. I'm afraid to go back to England. Moving to America has healed parts of me that I didn't even realize needed healing. Self-esteem, self-confidence, and the entrepreneurial spirit that I had buried very deep when I was back home." Meanwhile, a British guy in California said, "In England, there are too many things considered taboo, especially money or dreams. People never talk about income or ambition. But in America, people here dare to dream very big dreams. They are passionate, open, and they truly want to lift you up and wholeheartedly support your dreams." Do people pay close attention to the words they use? Healing self-esteem, healing the entrepreneurial spirit, being pulled up together. This is the core of the story. Why, living in a developed environment like Europe, do they feel that their entrepreneurial spirit or self-esteem is being buried? Decoding from a sociological perspective, many European countries are subtly influenced by a psychological phenomenon known as the tall poppy syndrome, or the traditional mindset of keeping a low profile. There, excessive prominence, ambitious wealth, accumulation, or openly discussing grand dreams are sometimes met with judgment, apprehension, or caution from those around. You are encouraged to live safely, modestly, and blend into the crowd. But when you step into America, you receive an invaluable privilege: the permission to dream big and the freedom to fail without judgment. In America, ambition is not seen as greed or arrogance. If you tell your American friends that you want to build $1 million company, they won't throw cold water on you. They will eagerly ask, "What's the plan? What can I do for you?" Openness about finances, celebrating others' successes, and a culture of mutual encouragement create an extremely nourishing environment. It frees people from the guilt of wanting to rise up. It transforms hesitation into fierce confidence. America not only gave them a job opportunity, but it also provided them with a mental space large enough to dare to become the best version of themselves. That's why they call it healing. Material comfort can make you comfortable for a few weeks or a few months, but an environment that values, nurtures, dreams, and boosts your confidence will change your life forever. That is why privilege number 10 carries the power of a game changer, a privilege that cannot be measured in money but is worth more than anything else. If you feel that these analyses resonate with your thoughts or concerns about personal development, please hit the like button and subscribe. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you don't miss the next inspiring in-depth analysis topics on the channel. And now, let's look back at this entire journey to find the final answer to the question: what ultimately made the experience of America so magical for our European friends? Let's move on to the conclusion right now. It turns out that the biggest shock for European friends when they set foot in America is not the vastness of the geography or the massive scale of the infrastructure. What truly astonishes them is a completely new realization. Daily life does not necessarily have to be a series of struggles or minor frictions that drain energy. America is certainly not a perfect paradise, and there are still countless problems that need solving. However, the meticulously designed conveniences, the genuine hospitality, and above all, an open environment that allows people to freely dream, these have completely won over even the most skeptical hearts. If you had the opportunity to experience these, which privilege would you choose to enjoy first? Is it the endless refill of drinks, a stress-relieving stroll at Target, or the freedom to dare to dream big without fear of judgment? Or, if you are someone living and working in the US or have had real experiences here, what is your perspective? Please share your opinion in the comments section below so we can discuss it together. If this video provides you with interesting information and a fresh social perspective, don't forget to give it a like, hit subscribe to register for the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss the next in-depth analysis content. Thank you for your support. This video is created based on personal perspectives, creative content, and real experiences gathered from many international travelers. The analyses are of a cultural social reference nature and do not represent the entire policy, system, or experiences of every individual in any country.